Hello and welcome back to our loop channel for lesson 7 in Python programming language for beginners. And in this lesson we will show more exercises which combine if, while and for cases. But this time we will focus on calculations related to maximum and minimum values. First of all, we will start with a very simple example which contains 3 integers, which means that we do not have to use a loop structure just for 3 integers. So I will show you how you can calculate the maximum and the minimum value having few values to compare. In that example, just 3. So we start by reading all 3 values and assign them to variables respectively, starting with the first one, x. So integer input and the guide text. Please type the first integer. And then I will copy paste that for practical reasons. So I name the second one y, the third one z, and I change the text, the second integer, the third. So now if I want to calculate the maximum value, I start with a hypothesis that the first value the program read is the maximum. So I use a variable named maximum equals to x, and then I use an if case. If y, which is the second value, is greater than max, then up down dot, not max, sorry, maximum. Then maximum equals to y. Now for z variable I need to use a new if. I cannot use elif because there is a variable change there. I could use elif if I was checking y again, but considering that I check a new variable, I start actually a new if. So if the third value is greater than maximum, then the new maximum is z. So I do exactly the same thing with minimum. So again, I start with a hypothesis that minimum, that x is the minimum value, and then I do exactly the same thing. I just reverse the comparison symbol. If y is lower than minimum, then minimum equals to y. And then if z is lower than minimum, then minimum equals to z. So I can print both now. Print the biggest number is maximum, and then print the lowest number is minimum. So I run the program. Please type the first integer. Let's say the first one is 23, the second one is 36, and the last one is 19. So the biggest number is 36 and the lowest number is 19. Correct. Now we will move on to a second example, which is a little bit more complicated because first of all it has more than 3 values, which makes the use of for loop structure necessary. So I will put the previous program into comments in order not to interpret it next time. Okay. And now I move on to the second example, which says 1 million members, it is 1 million, yes, okay, have voted in yesterday's elections. Write a program that reads the names of the 7 political parties and the number of votes each has gotten. Then show on the screen the name of the political party that has won the elections. So now I will use a for loop structure because I have 7 political parties. So I type for I in range from the 1st to the 7th. So I remind you that the ending value is 7 plus 1 in Python. So that would be 8. I do not need to type the step because it is plus 1. So every time I ask for first of all the name and then the votes of the political party. So assign the name to a name variable. Name equals input. Type the name of the political party. Okay, so now move on to votes, int, input, type the votes that party has gotten. Okay, sometimes I cut a little bit the words because I do not want to get away from the screen. So now I want to show the political party that has won the elections. So I need to initialize the winner. First of all, I need to initialize the maximum vote. So maximum now needs to be initialized with a value that it is a bit lower than the least possible one. So the worst scenario for a political party is to get 0 votes. That's why I initialize maximum to -1. Because I want to make sure no matter what happens in the first loop, the first votes that will be read from the program, those must be the maximum. So that the rest that will follow on the loop will be compared reference to this one. So now I type if votes are greater than the maximum ones, then up down dot, those votes are the maximum. Maximum equals votes. And winner equals name, because that political party who has the votes is the winner of the elections. So I can type now print winner has won the elections with comma maximum comma votes. So now if I run this program, let's say I type fiction now for political parties, POQ 100,000, CBT 200,000, SSL 150,000, PPY 50,000, KLP 170,000, NOM 99,000, VGA 134,000. So CBT has won the elections with 200,000 votes, which is absolutely correct because the greatest number I have typed is 200,000, and that refers to the political party CBT. So that's the end of part 2 examples. Stay tuned because in lesson 8 I will show you a whole project which combines the knowledge we have gained from all the first 7 lessons, and we will see how we can develop a program that in which 2 players can play tic-tac-toe. Thank you very much for watching. See you at our next lesson. Bye-bye.